How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Pokemon Horizons episode review. Today's episode is episode 12, The Future I Choose. Before I go further, please choose to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this one. And I welcome you all to choose to leave a comment. I love, you know what? Even when you get the negative comments, and there's a certain thing when it comes to negative comments, right? Negative comments can be constructive or they can just be deconstructive. And it's unfortunate that we do live in a world where I say about 80% of some of the stuff you see is negative, but that's crazy because negativity is what brings people in. I would like to change that and be, positive, not toxic positivity, but be positive. And one thing I am positive about is this episode. Was this a good episode? Yeah, it was. Was it average? Run of the mill? Not really. I'm enjoying the fact that we are getting lore. So let's get some of our points here. First point, facto, Liko and Roy was shown last week that pretty good portion of the forest was burned. And so Liko says, I want to replant the forest. Well, she says I want to plant the forest, but replant the forest. Cool. Mollie approves and Roy is surprised. So they, Mollie and Liko gather berries. We do get to see Sprigatito get berries from trees and stuff, and then that's how they're going to do it. They're going to do it the old video game way. I'm talking Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 6 way of doing things. Won't lie, Pokemon Company, Game Freak, and Nintendo, I do miss planting berries. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl was nice when I got to do that again, but I do miss planting my own berries. I do miss that. But yes, that's what they're going to do. They're going to plant these berries. But the issue is that they don't have any rainwater, and for some reason, they still can't get through on their phones. Well, through Needle Thing, Dot already doing what I'm doing. She's doing her video, did her editing, and she realized there's no signal. And she sends a message to the others, which I guess since they're in close proximity, the reception in the entire area is down, gone. And our Worrywart freed, he's like, all right, goes to the air, searches around. There's a magneton just sending out pulse waves. Pulse wave after pulse wave. So we get Cap to take that out. Gets the phone call from Liko. Forest? Cool. Gotcha. He comes back with Orla and Landau. Old Man Landau. Old Man Landau, as you would guess, is a water Pokemon guy. He has a Quagsire, but apparently his other team didn't know he had, well, at least Mollie didn't know he had Quagsire. And Quagsire does rain dance. Pardon me. And we get the rain because it's not, Paldea is not in season for rain, but he brings the rain. And Olivia, or Arbolivia, uses her ability, I believe it's called Grass Sower in English, which is funny that you got to appreciate that the Needle Thing videos come in and tell you, kind of give you a little taste of what's going on. Explaining that even two Pokemon of the same species can have different abilities. And just gets the plants to grow. Now, the whole forest isn't back, but the plants are growing. And out of all of this, she makes, which I call Arbolivia, she makes a giant dome. And the dome comes down on the kids. Liko's pendant activates. We get that Pokemon that's going to be in the DLC for the for Scarlet and Violet, the little turtle thing. And apparently, Liko and Roy are sent some dimension. I'm assuming that it is a memory space because there's a person there that's saying, I want you to find, actually I wrote it in my notes. It says, I want you to find the world's blah, blah, blah. Maybe world's paradise, which we'll get to in a moment. And we do see next time seems to be a regular size Arbolivia. At least the shadow did. They're brought back. The adults couldn't go in there, obviously. It was just the two because Roy has this ancient Pokeball, right? Arbolivia goes into the ancient Pokeball and wants to come along with them. Our second point here is the 6 heroes. Well, Simultaneously, as Freed is doing research on ancient Pokeballs at the library, Liko gives Roy the books that her father, who I through my own research before doing this, his name is Alex. Because I was about to complain that yet another Pokefather didn't have a name, but no, his name is Alex. Freed finally meets up with Luca, Lucca, because I also have a nickname, Luca, Luka, but Luca, who is Liko's mom. Okay, the L's going here. And I was pretty sure that Liko's grandmother had an L name too. I don't know if it is. Nope. We don't know it yet. We don't know it yet, but they're discussing what he's found out. And simultaneously, Roy picks up one of the books because he's happy. He's like, this is the story that my grandpa told me about the ancient adventurer. And so they're both groups are learning at the same time. I can appreciate that, right? Apparently, there's this adventurer who had a black Rayquaza with him. And he went around and met 5 other Pokemon. They went about having adventures, and then they found this paradise. And their goal was to not just like learn secrets and things, but were to, I guess, spread happiness. Because the group, once they got to paradise, they all say, you know what, we're all going to split up and we're going to heal the world. We're going to break down barriers. We're going to do good things. And we do get to see these 5, and they all did kind of like a hand touch. Now, they were illustrated, but you can already guess that one of them is probably Arboliva, because there's Arboliva, who's a giant, and there's Rayquaza. I'm going to assume, have this in my notes, that the one that we see in the water, if it's not Articuno, because I thought it was, it's a giant-ass Lapras. I bet it's a big-ass Lapras. One that was talking about moving like the wind, like, I'm thinking it's a giant Arcanine. So we have a one that flies. No clue what that can be. Does as a bird Pokemon. And probably we have 4 more, right? I said water, running, in the air. I can't remember what the other one looked like. Based on the color scheme, I said, is that a Alolan Raichu? Probably not. But Luca was telling us the partner Pokemon of this guy, and they found at the same time, it's called the 6 Heroes. First of all, 6 Heroes is kind of a legendary, it's a legend thing that goes throughout other media as well. The one that instantly comes to my mind is Blaze Blue, the fighting game with the 6 Heroes. I'm trying to think, 6 Samurai as well. No, that's 7 Samurai. 7 Samurai. But you understand what I'm saying. I like that someone's particular partner group of Pokemon have their own name. It's like, yeah, this is the 6 Heroes. That's pretty damn cool. But excuse me. But through further now, this is one we kind of slightly divulge where Liko calls her dad and he's like, oh yeah, the story I got from your grandmother. And she's like, oh, so it's a lie. He's like, I want to say it's a lie. It's fiction, but it's based on what she told me. And she says, all right, thank you, Dad, blah, 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 blah. And Roy's like, it's not a lie, though. It's not made up. Like, we've seen the Rayquaza. We have the Arboliva, which I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yeah, Liko, it's very easy to just make you change your mind, isn't it? Still some growing to do. Meanwhile, on the Freed and Luca side, excuse me, Freed was talking about how the pendant reacted, and then Luca does this annoying thing. I don't hate it, but it kind of makes me roll my eyes at this point in my life when I watch anime and a character does, oh, so it did that, perhaps dot dot dot, and the person literally goes, okay, perhaps what? Speak up, let me know what is on your mind. And she's like, well, no, I don't know anything about it. It wasn't mine. It's my grandmother's. And she gave it to Liko when we sent her off to school. You got to ask her. Now, the whole time she has a Squawkabilly with her. And the Squawkabilly, they had to leave the library because it's been talking loudly. And he's like, okay, well, where is she? And it says, Galar, Old Castle, and just flies off. And I'm assuming That's not Luca's Squawkabilly. That's her mother's Squawkabilly. So Squawkabilly has told them where they need to go and has flown the F off. And we do get some good banter between them. You know, her still going, man, you still don't look like a Pokemon professor. And he's like, I'm okay with that. I like it that way. Deciding, okay, well, what will Liko do? And Freed asked the question I'm even asking. Why don't you go see your kid? Because remember, Luca's a teacher. And she said, well, if I go see her now, I'm going to be very parenty. And I'm going to talk her ear off. I want her to decide her own future. It's how I teach. And I'm like, that should be how you parent, right? Decide your own future as a parent. As a teacher, you're supposed to give them the tools to go out into the world. You're not giving her any tools. You're just telling her, make your own decision. You're not giving her any information. You're really not doing a good job. Just putting it out there. Just putting it all out there, right? And she says a comment saying that's what I did with you. Now, first of all, Liko's dad, Alex, he looks older than Freed and Luca. Okay. So, are you telling me Luca is older than Freed and that she was his teacher? I'm going to find that hard to believe. I'm just going to put it out there. They're probably around the same age. I'm not going to believe that she taught him. Could have taught him things, but I'm not going to believe that she is his older sensei. But he does call her Luca Sensei. So, who knows? It's Pokemon. I mean, Cyrus looks like he's 50, but he's actually 28. And Cynthia, who looks like she's in her 30s, is supposedly 21. So, hey, who knows? But everyone convenes together, sans Dot. And Liko goes, I want to go ask my grandmother. I want to go to Galar and figure out what's going on. Roy's like, I'm in. Everyone reaffirms that they are in. They do their handshake. How the handshake go? Oh, the handshake. That whole thing. I do like how Landau, he's the older one, so everyone has the fist bump at first for the thing, and then the thing. He doesn't do the fist bump, but he does do the rest of it. I do like that. The small details are what draw me in with this show, such as when they were doing the planting, how Sprig and Fuecoco, how they were just genuinely enjoying themselves and having fun with one another. I enjoyed that. When they brought up water, I really thought they would have had Dot come with Quaxley, but I guess she's not ready for the outside world. Maybe she has is that agoraphobia? When you're afraid to go outside, maybe she does. Who knows? But or maybe she's just a neat. But yeah, I do enjoy the little things with the Pokemon. And just like Mollie said, all the Pokemon came back after they planted everything. They brought more greenery. So hopefully the forest continues to grow without Arboliva, who was acting as the forest doctor, doing as much as they can. So now we have the underlying thing of where the Magneton come from. And as they're all on the ship, I didn't even bother looking up Behemoth. I can't believe I remember the Pokemon name while looking it up. Behemoth. 5th generation psychic Pokemon that literally looks like a alien in a trench coat based on, gray aliens in trench coats in Area 51. It was watching them. I guess it was transmitting to the person who took over from Amatheo. And he has a little Umbreon next to him that he's petting, and it's all cooing. Remember, even the most evil person in history had a dog. So, yeah, bad guys are going to have Pokemon that love them. But from the previews that I've seen of what's supposed to happen in the next episode, we will see that Magneton, that Behemoth, and him, because he was just watching them. He even watched them in the forest. I don't know how or where, but he watched them do their thing. And fortunately, yeah, tell me how you operate. Cool. I know how your ship works. I know how this works. Your journey's gonna end. Me he ho ha he ho ha. I wish they would catch more Pokemon, which Roy might catch. Oh man, the electric bird from Paldea. I don't remember its name at the moment. If any of you remember its name, please leave it in the comment section down below and be kind. Be kind. But, pardon me. Yeah, no, fun episode. I like I don't want to say the autonomy, but I like how we don't get things dragged on. Kind of like, I'm used to, again, old anime watcher here. I'm used to things being dragged on like, I didn't know that. Or, let's just be honest, Ash being stupid going, what? Whoa. Bro, it's right in front of you. You cannot be this dumb. But Ash never went to school. Everyone else goes to school but him. And when he went to school, he suddenly became a champion. Something to think about. Stay in school, kids. I appreciate how everyone is just, all right, we're all on the same page. What we're going to do, it's up to you, Liko. We're not going, whatever you choose, we're with you. People figure things out. You have Roy there with his optimism to counteract Liko's doubt. That's a good dynamic. I'm liking the dynamic. 12 episodes in, we're done pretty good. So, as you all know, I do my episodes a week, a week behind. There was no episode 13 this week, and actually for next week and week after, on the Pokemon Japanese YouTube, I suggest you subscribe to them. They're going to show episodes 1 through 6, and then episodes 7 through 12. Don't know when 13 is coming out. I'm going to assume in 3 or 4 weeks. We have officially entered summer, and next week is when all of the summer stuff comes out. Actually, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, that comes out tomorrow. I'm glad I checked my calendar. That comes out tomorrow. Next week, we got Bleach. I think, what comes out after? What's after Bleach? There's Bleach. There's that. You all know about the One Piece show on Netflix, the live action, which, whatever. But things are coming out. It's that season. I think we still gotta wait for some of the other ones that I do on this show to come out further on, probably in the fall-ish time period. But yeah, we're talking about Pokemon. Don't know when the next episode is, but what do I give this episode? I have to give it a 4 out of 5, right? Not game-breaking, but certainly not average. I love the sprinkle of lore. I love meeting new characters that matter, right? Such as Liko's mom, Luca. I really want to know what Luca's, I don't want to say partner Pokemon, but I want to know, I guess partner Pokemon can be one or many Pokemon, right? Because they even say the legendary adventurer, whose name is Lucius, by the way. His name is Lucius. So obviously Lucius, 500 years ago, 500 years ago, or is that from, sorry, I've been rewatching Toriko, so I might have my times, my years mixed up, but years ago, his name's Lucius, mom's name is Luca, her name's Liko, pretty sure grandma's name is gonna be like Lalandra or something, right? Shout out if you understood that reference. These long line of adventure people, which I guess switch from male to female, so that's an interesting thing. It's kind of sad that Alex is, I guess, one of the most creative ones, but he might be considered the most boring person. I don't know. I don't want to feel bad for him because he's an artist, and artists are great. Yes, you are. But yeah, 6 heroes. Probably when I make a Pokemon team, I'm gonna have to give that team a nickname now. Just thanks, Pokemon, you did it. You did it, not me. And I'm still in that idea. But let me know what you think of this episode. What do you think of the series so far? There, as with many things in life, there are people who are staunch defenders, staunch haters. You have your in-betweeners right here. I strive to tell you the truth as how I just try to tell you the truth, give my opinion, but tell you the truth. Tell you how I feel about things. And the staunch defenders, I remember a couple of weeks ago, if not last week, I was privy to a conversation on Twitter where someone was saying, when Liko was touching the Wooper with the poison and everything, the person interpreted another person's tweet as being as talking crap about Liko, which, first of all, you don't have to be a staunch defender of a fictional character. Just calm down. You can have a conversation about it. I love debating about movies, anime, games, and stuff. The debate part is the fun part, right? You're not trying to prove somebody wrong, but you're coming with your feelings and your facts and your ideas and your subtitles and stuff like that. But man, to be such a staunch defender and go, no, I've seen tons of people talk trash, and I'm like, I haven't seen anybody talk trash about, oh, she's not Ash. I see more people sad about Team Rocket, which I'm like, I'm glad Team Rocket's gone. My feelings, look, we can talk about my feelings on Team Rocket later, but no one's ever said, oh, she's not Ash. I haven't seen it. Personally, I have not seen it. I've seen people go, wow, we have a smart main character. Thank you. And it's different. I'm enjoying the fact that it is an adventure and that we do have a hint of one of the characters being the battle person. I'm looking forward to Roy being the trainer of the group and Liko being an adventurer like what's in her blood. I cannot wait for the rest of this to go through. But before I forget, because I have forgotten before, let's talk about the Pokemon Seminar. Pokemon Seminar of the day is Arbolevia. If I can just pull up. I did not mean to favorite that. Let's go here. There we go. Here we are. And I'm sorry. I need to just increase the size here. There we are. Look at that. You know, I've seen this Pokemon several times, and it wasn't until about 3 weeks ago doing these reviews that I paid attention to the tiny feet right there. Tiny feet. Yes, Arbolevia, the final evolution from Smoliv to Dolive. I still like the Japanese name better. Olivia. It's like Oliva is olive, then Va, like whatever. But apparently, when asking what is this Pokemon's personality disposition, it's kind. It can be scary when you're threatening its friends, but it is generally a kind Pokemon. Its big arms not only has white arms have enough room to grow the fruit, which that's exactly what olives are, fruit, but it has enough room to hold in its friends, which we see a picture of it holding Smolives with different facial expressions. Seeing an angry face Smoliv is adorable. And then you got Cap going to go chase the other Smoliv. I do like that everyone gives Cap its autonomy, like when when Luca said, hey Cap, long time no see. Cap does not feel like just a partner Pikachu that's just there. Cap actually just feels like character's just like, yeah, I'm here, I'm smart, I am partially in charge of things. I can appreciate that too. But again, 4 out of 5 from me. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos like this. I appreciate you all taking time out to listen to me talk about Pokemon Horizons. I'm looking forward to whenever episode 13 comes out because I need to see another battle because let's be frank, the animations are really, really good. Well, be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. Remember that you're not alone in this world. There are people out there who would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. All right? Reach out to someone and talk to them. My social medias are right there in the description below. Feel free to follow me. And as always, don't be a jerk. Well, I'm Shane, guys, and I will catch you next time.